Good morning. See if this is gonna work. How are we? How are we all doing today? Let me shuffle my laptop and phone closer together. Hey, happy Friday! We've made it to Friday. Woohoo! How are we? Let me know how you're doing. So I wanted to come on today. One thing that was coming through really loudly for me today was surrender. And I don't know if this is something that comes up for you as well, but I just wanted to share my learnings of the week, and you can share with me any learnings that you've had this week, any experiences you've had that you've suddenly got a bit of awareness around and you're like, oh, interesting. But surrender is a big one for me that comes up quite a lot. So in my past life, not actual past life, but just, pre meditation teacher, pre Reiki healer, pre coach, all these things, I've always been very, very driven. I've always been very customer focused. I used to work in a lot of sales and marketing. I was a marketing manager, and my desire to really offer people the best solution. Hello, good morning, Emma. My desire to offer people the best solution, or to support people the best I can, would often come at the detriment of my own health, going that extra mile. And as I've gone through this week, a couple of things have come up for me. So I'm going through a 12-week business coaching with Samantha Hearn, which is freaking incredible. I'm doing a mastermind with some beautiful women. And that's raising a lot of things for me. So any of you who have worked with me or have worked with any other coach, you'll know that things, as you begin to go through coaching, things begin to appear. And that's the whole point, that's why you do it. But things will come up. So this kind of desire to please and to, give everyone the best, often can push me into a state of overwhelm. And that was the point I was getting to this week. So on Monday, I had a coaching call, which is supposed to be, all our strategic business stuff. And I was like howling, crying, and then that set somebody else off. And, what I came back to was, Samantha said, okay, what are you doing to be kind to yourself? And this morning I woke up with so much excitement in my stomach. Yesterday I kicked back and went to the beach. We've obviously got the 5-day challenge coming up next week, and that desire to serve and to make it the best experience for all was actually coming from a place of control, I guess. I was trying to control everything, like, oh, it's got to be the best, it's got to look the best, and everyone has to have the best experience. But actually, that isn't my responsibility for people to have the best experience. Is actually, those of you who've signed up, it's actually your responsibility to have the best experience. And I woke up this morning with such excitement because I know it will be incredible. There's, incredible things there for everyone. And it was stepping into that space of surrender to actually just, it's going to be how it's going to be. And I just know that it's like, I'm excited about the experience. So, thinking about areas you can surrender. I was listening to a book this morning, and the author was speaking about exactly that on her journey to conceiving, and how she was pushing and pushing and pushing. And I know I can certainly relate to that with a set outcome. So this is what I want you to think about today. Where in your life are you pushing and trying to control to create a specific outcome? Okay, so I know on my conception journey as well, I was very much like that. Even in our adoption journey, I'm like, oh, I want this so badly. Typically, that desired outcome is because you want something so much, it's so important to you. But then that can get into a state of overwhelm where you're like, oh my gosh, it's not happening, and how can I do it? What more can I do? And actually, one of the most important things you can do is to surrender to the process, to take a step back, to be like, okay, I know what's going to happen is going to be for the highest good. I have done everything that I can, at this point. I'm just going to check on Facebook if there's any comments. It doesn't properly show it up anymore. Hello, Anita. So yeah, just thinking about what outcomes are you trying to control that you can surrender from. So as I say, for me, this week has been like, wanting to create this incredible experience for everyone. And I know it will be incredible because I'm super excited about it. But I actually just need to take the step back now and just enjoy it. Like, we're going to be starting on Sunday and I cannot wait. I'm so, so excited. But then on the other hand, there is that old me trying to creep in, that overwhelm, do more. But actually, ultimately, we are doing our best. Let me know in the comments, what are you guys coming up against this week? What things have you learned about yourself this week? What learnings have you had? What experiences have you had? So then my next point, I'd kind of put this in my headline on Facebook, was about doing your best. So last night, and Annie Grant, if you watch this, you'll know this is like a phrase that I know makes you laugh of mine. But last night I was doing a training as part of my mastermind, and it was all about like internet stuff. And I was like, oh my gosh, like I haven't done this and I haven't done that, and I haven't done this on my website, and I need to do that. But actually, had I not watched that live, I would have been none the blooming wiser, because I didn't know all that tech stuff before. And I think we can be so hard on ourselves when we're going through our days and our lives, and we think like we should have it all figured out. But actually, and this is where the comment comes in that Annie always laughs at, that I say, is like, if you don't know, you don't know. So like, we can't punish ourselves for things we don't know. And I see this with coaching clients all the time. I see it with Reiki clients all the time, whereby we're often punishing ourselves, like, oh my gosh, like I shouldn't be, or even essential oil clients before, oh my gosh, I can't believe I've been using all that toxic chemicals in my house. I'm such a bad mum. Or like, oh God, I'm eating all this crap food and blah, blah, blah. We punish ourselves, but we didn't know, like at the time, like, that, okay, one, maybe our air fresheners were toxic. Two, the cleaners we were using were, like, in my case, making my husband and my son wheeze, but we don't know till we know. So just honor where you're at. And this is something that's coming through in my mastermind a lot, is we all need to honor where we're at. We're all at different levels. We're all at different places in our life. Different things are important to each individual. But just know that you're doing your best with what you've got, and you cannot do any more than that, so I want us to celebrate today as well. Celebrate your Friday. Let me know in the comments, what can you celebrate today about yourself? What have you, achieved this week? And that's what I'm saying. It could be a mindset shift. It could be, something that you've learned about yourself. So let me just see if there's anything here. I can't actually see. Okay, I can check comments and stuff after on Facebook. But yeah, I want, I'd love to hear what you guys are experiencing this week, or what you feel you can surrender on. What can you just drop into that space of faith a bit more, release the outcome and just enjoy the process. And as I say, my 5-day challenge next week is exactly that. Like, I'm just like, just gonna enjoy the process. And I did that the other day. There was an opportunity for Overwhelm. I had like back-to-back Zooms and trainings, and a coaching client and various other things, and there was so much room for Overwhelm. But I really just flipped the script and was excited by this opportunity to, one, do all the things I love, to show up doing a job I love, and two, just to like experience the diversity of the day. I was helping my friend with her horse, and then I had like a Zoom call with two people that I really admire, and then I had a training with my coach, and then I had a coaching client myself, and it was like, like all these different things that could have just sent me in such a spin. But there's such a fine line between that state of overwhelm and excitement. So if there is an area that you're feeling overwhelmed in, then let's try and flip it into excitement. I know many of us are worried about going back to, in the UK as of Monday, for example, loads of things are going to be opening up more. So for example, I can see Reiki clients. I know that cafes and bars and things I think are opening. I really don't keep up with all of this stuff, so correct me if I'm wrong. But, I know that many people are already feeling edgy about like, oh my gosh, and then my kids' activities are starting and I've got this to do and that to do. And there's this state of overwhelm creeping in for people when, we can surrender and we can decide and be like excited about it. Okay, well, what elements can I get excited about? What do I want to do? Like, Who am I going to see? When am I going to go? And if you don't want to do anything, like, you know, it's about having those boundaries and saying no as well. But yeah, that's just my little morning spiel. Where can you surrender more in your day, in your life, with regards to an outcome? And know that it is going to be happening for the highest good of all. And if you're feeling overwhelmed, try and flip the script to excitement. And just know that you're doing your best, like where you're at. Like somebody said to me yesterday, like, oh my gosh, Susie, but you've always got it so together, and you're always like, you know, you're like managed to do like all the things. And I'm like, I so don't, you know, I so don't. And none of us do. Yeah, there's, you know, none of us have got all our shit together. You know, there may be moments where we're like, yes, we've got it, and then something will happen, you know, but just doing the best we can with what we've got and the knowledge we've got is so important. So I'm not superhuman. And yeah, so there you go. So I am sending you so much love today. And oh, here we go. I've got some comments coming through. Anita, I totally resonate to this. Always trying to fix things. Yes, absolutely. So yeah, exactly. We're always trying to kind of control situations, control outcomes. And often we, you know, the solution may be so much better than we can ever come up with, you know, or the outcome could be so much better than we could ever imagine. And then often we get in our own way by just putting these kind of like blocks in place, I guess, by us controlling. We don't open ourselves up to the opportunities. Louise, I'm celebrating getting my second vaccine and meeting the amazing volunteers and nurses spending their days keeping us safe. Beautiful, amazing. So yeah, exactly. So, you know, Louise is a great example there of something that could really get me in a spin, like one, going for a vaccine, and two, like being in a place with like lots of nurses and stuff totally freaks me out. But, you know, she has like transformed that into something really, really beautiful that, you know, she's celebrating that. Celebrating designing her little magazine, believing in yourself. I didn't think I could do it, but I'm getting there. Oh my gosh, amazing. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Well done, Anita. And that is freaking incredible and definitely something to celebrate. Louise is saying she's going through uncertainty with her job, but she can't control the outcome, so she's not stressing. Exactly. So I think often we try and control outcomes of things that are often out with our control. So let's, you know, embrace the surrender. The card I drew for myself when I was chatting to a friend yesterday was, feeling good will bring me far more than whatever I thought I needed. So if there's something you're struggling with, let's move to feeling good and step into that space as opposed to overwhelm and worry. So I'm wishing you all a beautiful, beautiful day and weekend if I don't see you before then or speak to you before then. And I cannot wait to catch up with you all. So sending you huge hugs and loves on this Friday. Surrender, release, have fun. Know that you're all freaking incredible, and I'm sending you a huge big hug. Bye.